Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So it's extremely cold in the office, so I have you out in my living room with me. So it's kind of like we're just hanging out, having a chat. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everybody is staying warm. It is insanely cold where I live. So with all the complaining aside, let's go ahead and let's get into this. So taking a step aside and allowing Spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, right off the bat, and I knew this as soon as I picked up this deck, I feel like I'm doing a reading here for a collective of people who are highly involved in mysticism. This feels like a person who is, whoever I'm reading for, you are an extremely powerful mystic. You have a lot of mystical experiences now. One of the cards that's coming out here is this Four of Emotions. This is the Four of Cups. So right now there seems to be some sort of energy like this taking place, and I'm getting a very clear message that's stepping forward as I'm looking at this energy. There's something that's recently happened inside of your life, or there's just an underlying energy that's been persistent with you that is something that leads us a little bit more in the arena of depression, for example. Some of you, this may be recent, like I said, maybe you experienced a loss, but there is something here that we're mourning in some way. Now, the interesting thing about this is, like I said, I feel like there's a very specific message that's coming through about somebody releasing this energy. And obviously we want to release that energy, but the reason why we want to release this energy is because of the Eight of Materials. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Something here is about to manifest for you, or is trying to, right? This woman here, she's got all these beautiful flowers. She has this beautiful unfolding there at her crown chakra, and she may be able to see all the beauty around her, but one of the things that she can't see is the beauty that's actually taking place for her. So one of the messages that's coming through so far in these two cards for me is that I'm reading for a very powerful mystic who is very aware of sort of, I'm going to call them spirit helpers. You might title them different things. You might call them angels. You might call them whatever. You know, you may even feel that it's just aspects of yourself or aspects of reality interacting with you. But the person that I'm reading for, there is a vibration here that needs to be released in order for us to enter sort of the next phase of our journey, or the next path of our journey. There does feel a little bit to me like there's something that wants to be seen, and we aren't quite able to see it right now because we're in this energy. This is the Nine of Voices. This is the Knight of Swords. So when we have that Nine of Swords energy, this tends to be a nightmare, things that we're worried about, anxieties, things like that. And so some of you may be a little prone to the energy of anxiety, for example. This energy is one that it's important in your path that you figure out your own way to navigate through it, right? Everyone wants the quick answer, but it's kind of like a confirmation that this is the thing that you're supposed to tackle now, because how we deal with that energy is going to be very different for everybody. And there's something very important inside of your journey to figure out how to deal with this for yourself, right? It doesn't mean don't, talk to people, don't get ideas. It just means that how you're going to deal with it is going to be very different than how other people are able to deal with it. And part of this sort of mystery or surprise about yourself is going to come when you discover how to do this. It's quite empowering when we learn how to do things that maybe other people couldn't help us with, right? There really is no solution to anxiety that a lot of people practice. And so this is why your guides, it seems a little bit like whoever this, your guides, your angels, whoever it is that interact with you within these mystical spaces, they are trying to highlight that this is a very important part of your journey, is learning to overcome this energy. So let's go ahead, let's see. Okay. One of the things that this energy is rooted in is it's definitely rooted in situations in the past. So the situations in the past, they create our neural pathways. Our neural pathways then dictate certain operations inside of our brain. For some of you, this, it may be hormonal, it may be chemical, but those things are able to change. We're able to change those as we're able to shift ourselves into different mind states and into different perspectives, right? Moving ourselves perhaps from a more like some negative thinking into a more positive mind space. This is a message that's been coming up for a few weeks for me for different areas of the collective, and now it seems to be coming out for those of you who practice mysticism heavily. And one of the things that it's saying is that the reason why this is coming out is because there is something that needs to be released within the emotional sphere in order for your vibration to lighten, to allow you to pass through. And I'm feeling it like a gate, to pass through a particular type of gate. Some of you within your mystical experiences, you may even know this. You may have had experiences where you've been able to get so far and then you can't go further. And it's because you have to have that lightness of vibration in order to pass through it. That clear vibration here. We have the Queen of Emotions. This is the Queen of Cups. And if you look, she's got this beautiful rays coming from her heart space that has like clear water or clear skies in them. It's clear water. And then she's got this beautiful rays over her head. So it's the heart is directly relating to what we're experiencing in this unfolding flower of the mind space. So these mystical experiences are definitely hinged upon the energy that our heart is vibrating at this time. Now, I do see that whoever I'm reading for, you are an extremely empathic and caring person. You have a lot of compassion. That compassion has been taken advantage of. People have treated you as though you're weak, and that obviously is not the case, right? One of the things that's taking place inside of your life right now is this beautiful journey of unfolding that's taking place here with this 9 of materials. When we have the 9 of materials, that's the 9 of pentacles. This is really about the self-created man or woman. We're learning things about ourselves that we didn't know previously, and we're learning how to cultivate some sort of space within ourselves in order to allow things to grow. So someone here is also on a journey of peeling back the layers to really uncover their true self or their authentic nature. And for some of you, I do want to say this, there is a heavy focus on love, loving others, and that energy of love that we extend into the universe. So this just seems to be the issue, right? There's us, and then there's this sort of shadow energy. And so, like I said, very powerful mystical sort of energy going on here. Somebody who's a very powerful mystic. You're probably able to get into trance states very easily. You're probably able to commune with higher beings very easily. And you're probably somebody who already channels, right? So dream spaces might be very important for you. All those liminal spaces that help the mind kind of expand itself. This is a journey that's going to unfold in ways that I don't think that you really understand just how powerful this journey is. But right now we seem to be in that initial phase where we're stuck here with this 4 of Cups energy. One of the things, I'm going to share a trick. One of the things that I do to help alleviate anxiety, and this doesn't help everyone, and I do feel that there is something very specific that you're supposed to find for yourself, so keep that in mind. Even if this works, keep that in mind, that there is something that you're supposed to find. It's that search for the thing that leads you to these beautiful experiences and knowledge about yourself. But one of the tips I often give people is that if you imagine this anxiety as being an energy outside yourself, because usually anxiety is from resistance. There's something in our life taking place that we're unhappy about, or something that's happened in the past and we're trying to resist it, right? We're trying not to accept that energy into us. And we don't always consciously view it that way. But once we view it that way and we understand that that's what's taking place many times, we can locate it in our body. Most people will feel their anxiety in their chest or inside their stomach, inside the solar plexus area. Once you locate it inside your body, if you close your eyes and you just imagine that that energy is outside of you and it's trying to enter you, and you take a few deep breaths and you allow yourself to say, I accept this energy, I release my resistance, I accept this energy, and I allow it to pass through me. What we're doing is we're saying essentially that the situation is what it is. The past is what it is. That can't be changed. All we can do is accept that it happened so that now we can move on. And so as we accept that energy and we allow that energy to enter into us, because we're not meant to be cut off from the energies, right? We're not meant to cut off reality and resist things. As we allow that to just pass into us and pass through us, we're essentially saying, now I'm moving on, right? And this is an exercise that tends to help people, so definitely try it. Now, a long-term solution for you, I am going to say that they are giving me a little bit of a hint. So this kind of mimics that exercise that I just gave you, right? We have that energy and they're moving through this energy. But this card here, there's something about this card that is what you have to do, what you have to find, what you have to figure out for yourself. It's going to be like pushing against a force that's trying to snap you back. But it takes determination and willpower. Through your determination and your willpower and multiple attempts at different things, you will find a solution, and then you will be able to free yourself from anxiety. I have something that I do. It only works for me. I've never met anybody else it works for. I will not share it because it's actually deeply personal. It's a personal exercise that I do. And this is something that once I discovered it, which it took a lot of willpower, it took a little while for me to discover it. Once I discovered it for myself, I no longer struggle with anxiety at all. And anxiety used to be a constant in my life, right? And so, whoever I'm reading for, you will be able to do this. You can do this. And this is the current challenge of yours right now. This is the challenge. This is the phase that you're in. It's overcoming some sort of anxiety. And this anxiety may be masking itself, right? So the anxiety itself may not be the issue. It may be a situation in your life that's giving you anxiety that may be the actual issue. It's going to be different for everybody. But this energy, the way that we're perceiving the issue, the way that we're taking it in, and the result that's taking place inside of our energy body, from the perspective of the guides, the angels, whatever collective it is that you work with, it seems to be that from their perspective, this is the issue. That this situation, no matter what the situation is, it's not going to change. It's not going to go away. It is what it is, and it has to be dealt with, or it has to be allowed to be what it is, right? So there's some situations you can't control, and you have to allow it to be what it is. But what they're saying is that you can control the resistance that you're experiencing, so that you're allowing yourself to experience your life as it is, rather than cutting off a section of your life and saying, nope, don't want to look at it. Do you know what I'm saying? And so this is integration. This is energy integration. We're allowing this energy to pass through us. It's not saying that we're approving of it. It's not saying that we're liking it. It's that we're accepting that this is what it is. This is the situation. And in order for you to cease this anxiety, this is what it requires. So I'm going to take one more card. They're saying that this is the outcome of this journey. The outcome is this. This is the Eight of Voices. So I want to talk about this real fast. This is the Eight of Swords. In traditional tarot, Eight of Swords is being stuck. So what's going to happen here is we have this feeling of being stuck. But if you look at this, there's something else that's happening here inside this card. She's got all these like prison bars going on. And then she's got these beautiful rays that are coming out from her head. This is where she's conceiving of new things. This energy of being stuck and being trapped by this anxiety is going to allow you to conceive new ideas. It's allowing you to find creative ways to get yourself unstuck. So this becomes a tool that's inside of your toolbox going forward. And this is a valuable tool. When we understand that we have the self-efficacy and we have the ability to start creating our own solutions out of seemingly hopeless situations, we're actually empowering ourselves a great deal. And so whoever I'm reading for, whatever this is going on that's taking place, this is the next stop inside of your mystical journey, is learning how to empower yourself to get yourself unstuck from places. And this is powerful. Like I said, we seem to be being asked to figure this out so that we can move on into this phase where our heart space is now clear, and this allows our mind to conceive of new things. When we see this ocean, the ocean in many mystical sects, it's considered the mother. And this is where we're going to start creating new things. I feel that for some of you, this is creating things in the spiritual realm for ourselves. So I'm going to leave this here, whoever this is. I hope this resonates for you. Good luck with this. This is actually a very powerful point in your journey. And if this resonates for you, please hit that like button. And until next time.